Jenessa and I are driving up to Seattle for the Northwest Aerial Arts Championships to compete in both solo and doubles for the very first time. Jenessa is doing dramatic level 4 solo, and I'm doing entertainment, and that is the highest level before pro division. As a kid, everybody wants to fly, right? Or you want to be superhuman or super strong or super fast. And it's amazing how you can achieve those feelings and those experiences through pole dancing. It really makes you feel like a superhero. I have been pole dancing for 2 years. I found a Groupon and was going to take one class. I remember there was this moment when they let us take the pins out of the pole, so we were on spinning, and this feeling of weightlessness. And that was kind of the moment that I was really hooked. What keeps me coming back is the feeling that you get every time you learn a new move. It's like this overwhelming sensation in your body of like euphoria. Every time you learn a new trick, you end up with a new bruise, and frankly, we're proud of our bruises. We even call them pole kisses because it's a sign of how hard you're training. When I started pole dancing, I couldn't do 5 push-ups, let alone pull-ups. I was 8 inches away from touching my toes. Now I have both my splits, and I'm working on my middle splits, but it's not far. It's really incredible what the body can achieve when you just put some time and focus into it, and I think people set limitations on themselves that aren't true. The number of hours that I spend training pole or cross-training, anything from like stretching to yoga, probably 15 to 20 hours per week. It's sort of like a part-time job when you really fall in love with it. And the amount of time I spend thinking about pole is pretty much all the time. I think what's most difficult is training alone. Doubles is really when I fell in love with pole dancing. The flow of doubles doesn't even feel human, honestly. You feel like you're two energies that are like melding and shifting and changing direction and shape. You feel like one person. And you come up with your own language almost through touch and like being able to signal the other person when it's okay to give your weight and when you should be taking it away. And there's just another level of communication and trust that comes along with that, especially when you're 10 feet in the air. We're training at least 3 days a week together, creating choreography, practicing moves, getting our timing down.
Oh, sorry, I got too close. Oh, no, I'm good.
She's a lot more flexible than I am, and I've got a lot of the leg strength, so it's this really nice combination of skills.
I think I'm just at a point with this one where I need my legs elevated. No, it's okay.
Of course, it'd always be cool to place, but I feel okay if I don't. I just hope that I don't mess up. Like, I hope I don't slip or like fall off the pole, which I like never have, but I just have those fears.
The best pole dancers that do the most amazing tricks look like it's nothing. Like you look at somebody that is completely vertical out from the pole and it looks like they're air. And that's ultimately the goal, but it's frustrating because sometimes you know the outside eye doesn't realize how hard you've trained to get to that point. And I think that's especially true with doubles. I mean, just holding yourself up and then adding someone else's weight. There honestly isn't a lot of opportunities to learn doubles. It's something that we've done mostly on our own. A lot of times we're creating tricks or learning shapes just from looking at a video on Instagram.
I wonder if I can like go up there for a second.
Oh, that could work. That's much
And
better.
maybe just,
Yes. There we go.
There's a move where I base her and I'm inverted. And one of the times when we were practicing this, I slipped as a base. And that's probably the scariest feeling, is the idea of dropping your partner. You put yourself in harm's way a lot with pole dancing, but it's you. When there's someone else involved, it's just another level of intensity.
Oh, I finally finished my costume too.
oh really?
It's got like, it's blinging.
Oh, that's
so
really
warm.
cool.
I'm gonna go change back here.
I remember walking into my first pole class and being so uncomfortable in shorts that went above my knee and a tank top when it wasn't time to go to the pool. We wear so few clothes because of grip. It's just a fact that fabric won't grip to metal. It took me a lot of time to grow to a point where having just a sports bra and shorts on, because that's what's required as you advance to be able to have grip. And I think that that's really powerful now, is like the way it makes you shed that body consciousness. You're no longer paying attention to if you're the skinniest in the room or who looks the strongest. It's like, what are they able to do with that? So I finally got feedback on my piece and some advice from a very advanced pole dancer, and it was very difficult for me to now realize like how much I want to change or what were opportunities that were maybe missed with just a week left.
So she was saying like shoot through.
Yeah.
So I would probably do that, but I don't know how to get up still. No.
I had my first real freak out about it, and you know, I've been told if you're not cracking when it comes to a week down to time, you're not training right. So it really reminds me that I've been putting in a lot of hours, and it's a lot of time and a lot of dedication.
Like I know it's like not where you like want it to be, or like
That's what my body can do.
yeah.
That's it.
I think the biggest misconception that we have to deal with is that we do this for money or for someone else. Your pole journey is so personal and it's so for you. You don't put up with bruises and all the pain and all the hours of training for anyone but yourself. I've definitely lost some friends once they found out that I started pole dancing, because they couldn't get past their own perceptions of it or what it brings up in them. It really forces people to confront their own feelings about body issues or skin exposure, and I think that it's very good that people have to confront those things, but it can sometimes be too much. People always ask, are you a dancer? Are you a gymnast? Are you a ballerina? And I've finally gotten to a point where I just say, I'm a pole dancer. I realized I love performing. That is really what I live for. I love being in front of an audience. The 3 minutes that I was up there went by so quick, and it was so exhilarating. I loved every minute of it. Right before the performance, we were testing the poles, and I was really scared because I didn't feel like I had great grip. And she turned to me and said, I trust you. And that was huge and what I needed to hear. I was pleasantly surprised with the turnout. I took second in my solo.
Silver medal to Melissa S.B. from the Pool Palace.
And then we placed third for the doubles.
Our bronze medal goes to our bronze medals, Melissa S.B. and Jenessa Hope.
It was great to have it over and to know that we did our best. There was a lot of excitement, anxiety, all the emotions you can imagine, and when it's over, it's so fast that it's a little bit confusing. The plan is to keep learning and find ways to make what I'm doing more advanced. Honestly, the preparation was more life-changing than the actual event. And I think that was what we need to remember too. It's not about just getting that next trick. It's not just about getting there, it's the process. And the process was the most pivotal part for me. This has been the biggest bonding experience I've ever had with anyone in my life. And our piece was about friendship, and our friendship actually like having someone to lean on. So it was an amazing experience, and like I have never felt so close to anybody. Oof.